I'm gonna react to a couple more trailers. They just showed up on my YouTube thingy, so I will react to Awake and Those Who Wish Me Dead. Oh, that's an exclusive look. Okay, well, I'm not gonna watch it anyway, but I'm still gonna react to them. So I'll do the first one and come back. Okay, so that movie reminds me of another movie I saw a long time ago called The Trigger Effect. Maybe it's a remake. I don't know. It looked like it had extra stuff though. So maybe The Trigger Effect was inspiration. The Trigger Effect was from like the 80s or whatever. It had Kyle MacLachlan and Elizabeth Shue in it, I think. Yeah, so this is that Miss Bala. I forgot her name. I know she had a TV show of her own. She seems okay. I know people tried to cancel her one time. I think it's not Angie. What's her name? Something Rodriguez. Okay, it's Gina Rodriguez. Close. Yeah, I had liked her and Miss Bala. That looked interesting. Then it started like, I don't know, it really fast I started realizing it reminded me of Trigger Effect. So I don't know. I am not a fan of movies that steal from other movies. I'm not a fan of movies that are unacknowledged remakes, like how The Shape of Water, which won Best Picture, was basically a redo of The Creature from the Black Lagoon, and the Academy voted for that when they would never admit to watching The Creature from the Black Lagoon. But yeah, so maybe they just took the idea and went with it, because it looks like there's all kinds of other stuff that I don't. This sleep business, the girl can sleep, and that, or she's the key. Which also reminds me of something else, because there was something else where there was one person. I want to say Blindness. I think that was the name of that movie with Julianne Moore and Gael Garcia Bernal. No, somebody. Well, who's the key? Somebody was the key. There's always a key. I mean, like Omega Man, stuff like that. But there was something recent where everybody was something, and then there was a kid. And they wanted to study the kid or whatever. Now I'm thinking of Stranger Things and 11. That's not what I'm thinking of either. Anyway, there's something that, it reminds me of a couple things. Put it that way. Okay, now we're going to go on to the other one. I think I'm thinking of Manifest. Duh. Like the only show I even try to do reactions to, right? Yeah. Okay, because the kid Cal, they wanted to study Cal, right? Okay, now yesterday they were studying Sanvi. Anyways. Okay, so apparently, what is it called? Those Who Wish Me Dead? Yeah. So I guess that's out today. So those of you who have the HBO Max probably already saw it, or going to the movie theater. I was like, I don't know what this is, and I'm looking at Angelina, and I'm looking at her face, and I'm like, I think she did something to her face, because around 40, they all have to, for some unknown reason, get something done, so that this area here, you could tell it looks too tight, and their nose slightly goes up. I mean, Jada Pinkett did it, Gwyneth Paltrow did it. It all seemed like once they hit 40, there was like, if you live in Hollywood or you work in Hollywood, you have to go on your 40th birthday to get this tightness thing done. It looks like she did that. But that's all I could think of at first. And then I'm like, okay, it's got that John, what do you call him? Bernthal? I don't know how to say his name. He always bothered me a little bit for some unknown reason. I don't know. I just didn't like him. But I like some of the movies he's in. And now I'm seeing at the end. But anyway, it also has about a boy whose name I can never remember. But I've seen him in so many things. I like him, but I loved About a Boy. So that was, I saw it back then, so that's my first impression of him. I always think of him. Nicholas something. And then he went out with Jennifer Lawrence for the longest time. Anyways, him, and he was the blue guy who was Kelsey Grammer, but then when he was young, in X-Men, and he was in that great movie, Colin Firth, but we don't like Colin Firth. The Tom Ford movie. And then, of course, Littlefinger, Aidan Gillen, his name came back to me. Yay for me. Um, so that should be good. I'm thinking, I'm looking at what's happening in that piece, and I'm like, I don't know what the hell this is. But then it says from the writer of Sicario. I'm like, you kidding me? That's Taylor Sheridan. I already have him on my to be determined list for best directors because I love Sicario. Of course, he wrote it, didn't direct it. I like the sequel, which I believe he directed, and Wind River. And wait a minute, did he do Hell? Who did Hell or High Water? Wait a freaking minute. Yeah, he did that, right? Okay, so he didn't direct El Soldado. He just, see how Spanish I am. He just wrote it, but he directed this, and so yeah, he's awesome. And he didn't direct Hell or High Water. He wrote it, but I was right about that. So, and I just saw that he did a bunch of episodes of Yellowstone. I didn't know that. But yeah, I like him. So I was thinking, yeah, this looks like it could be good. Then they said that, and I was like, oh, it's going to be good. It's going to be good. So everybody who saw it already knows it's good. I just saw the trailer just now. I don't have the funds, and I don't know if I'll ever see things again. But I can almost say for sure I'm going to like that. I would like it. I don't like Angelina Jolie, but she's a really good actress. And I've always said that. So, and of course the other guys are good actors. But yeah. Nope, still don't know Nicholas's last name. That's terrible. Poor kid. About a Boy. Watch About a Boy. Again, if you haven't, I should. Anyways, see you later.